stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the hope of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a really good show put together for you today. I just want to quickly introduce our judge for you. Our judge today is Tawny DeYoung. She grew up on a beef cattle ranch in western South Dakota, where her family raised club calves with primarily Maine Anjou genetics. She studied animal science at South Dakota State University, where she was a member of the livestock judging team there. Following college, she worked for a year as a graphic designer and sale barn consultant for an ag newspaper, and a couple of years as a recruiter for a community college in Wyoming. She then turned to school for a master's in animal science at Michigan State University, where she served as the assistant and then the head coach of the livestock judging team. Following her grad degree, Tawny served as the head livestock judging coach and an animal science instructor at the University of Missouri and as the 4-H livestock superintendent for the Missouri State Fair. In January, Tawny took a position with the American Gelbey Association in Lincoln, Nebraska, as their junior director. She has been fortunate to judge and officiate numerous shows and judging contests across 27 states at all levels of competition and enjoys working with youth inside and outside of the show ring. Ladies and gentlemen, if we get a round of applause for our judge today. In the ring now we have our senior class, the 12th graders. This class consists of Alexia Nielsen, Bronson Page, Briley Fossen, Izzy Gibbs, Josephine Tanner, Cameron Jorgensen, Caitlin Winkler, Kaya White, Macy Woodruff, Skylar Yates, Carson Hunsanker, and Bethany Sanders. Becky Sanders, excuse me.
Awesome. Well, I think a really good way to start off our showmanship show this morning on the Market Lamb side of things with our seniors. Hopefully, all of our younger showmen take some time to come out here and watch a few of these older classes. Hopefully, you can learn something from not only the showmen showing out here, but just from what I'm wanting out here in the show ring this morning. I know that, if you've heard my spiel and the other showmanships this week, I'm sorry, we're going to sound like a broken record for a second. I'm going to tell you all what I'm looking for when I evaluate showmanship, regardless of species, so you guys are prepped and ready to rock and roll. So number one, I'm looking for somebody that makes a really good first impression, somebody that's ready from the get-go, eye contact, posture, lamb, absolutely ready to go. You're Johnny on the spot, you come in the ring when you're ready to, you give yourself enough space in the in-gate, because we got a little bunched up over here on this side when you're coming in the in-gate. Think about your time. I'm not going to be able to look at the front end of your lamb. I'm not going to be able to evaluate your posture, your first impression, if you're right up in the butt of the sheep in front of you, okay? So think about that. Somebody that makes a really good first impression can get away with maybe a couple of things further on down in the class, okay? Just like in life, right? If you like somebody from the get-go, you make a good first impression, or somebody makes a good first impression on you, then you're going to be able to kind of let a couple things slide, right? And same vice versa. If you have a bad first impression of somebody, then you're going to be kind of like eyeballing them the entire rest of the time that you know them and the rest of the time that you're working with them, okay? So really, really good first impression can absolutely open doors for you in the show ring and in life, okay? Number two, I'm looking for somebody that is really quick and efficient at getting their animal exhibited, and somebody that does that really consistently. So continues to make sure that their lamb is set up, that they know exactly where they're going to go, they know exactly what they need out of them from the entire instance that they're in the ring here. To me, that also includes thinking about your spacing, thinking about moving when you need to, really thinking about the movements that you need to make when I'm coming around your lamb. Some of us maybe need to work on our hand placement on the head of our sheep. The more that we are grabbing just onto their throat and then onto the back of them like this and holding them like this rather than their head, the more they're like, why are you choking me out, bro? Okay. So hands on either side of their head is going to help you be able to position that lamb's head more so that it's straight in line with their spine when you're actually getting into the front of them, okay? Because if you're like this, then you're busy contorting your body around, or you're twisting your lamb's head around and really just kind of throwing them off the entire time, okay? So think about your hand placing. Think about how that lines up with that. Make sure that your head and your neck is making two 90-degree angles. So you got your neck set in 90 degrees with the spine, so set further back. You've got your nose on your sheep set further down. If you're cranking their nose to the sky, they're going to want to pull out of your brace, okay? So think about that and think about where you guys are at with your head and your neck placement. There's a handful of us at the top end that I think do that very, very well. Very, very impressed by a set of probably 4 showmen that I think do extremely well. One of us kind of knocks it off by just kind of continuing to fidget and fidget and fidget and fidget and mess with that sheep. It was fine to begin with. Just leave it, okay? Really, really nice job to all of our showmen out here as far as that goes. And number 3, I'm looking for somebody that can do those 2 first really, really hard things and make it look incredibly effortless. Somebody that just makes it look like it's the easiest thing they've done all day, that it is just second nature to them, that they just have this on repeat, wash, rinse, repeat at home. At home is where you win in the show ring, okay? So really, really nice job to all of our senior showmen out here today. I'm told we're picking 2 to come back for our division to represent the 12th graders on the senior side of things. So the 2 that I think do the most consistent job at this from the get-go. Young lady on the end over here. Young lady right here with the blonde hair. Really, really nice job to all of our young people. We'll see everybody back here in just a second. Please give them all a good hand.
Today we come together to honor a pillar of our community, Jan Rhodes. For many years, Jan has been the heart and soul of our fairgrounds, managing them with a commitment that has made them a central gathering place for all of us. This week, as our fair was in full swing, tragedy struck. Jan lost her home in a devastating fire. In a time of celebration, she faced a profound and personal loss, and now we have the chance to come together and support her as she has supported us for so long. Jan's contributions to our community are immeasurable, and it is now our turn to show her the same loyalty and care she has always shown to us. Let us rally together to provide the support and comfort she needs during this difficult time. Your help can make a significant difference in her life, just as she has made in ours. Visit www.bejlauction.com to donate. 100% of these proceeds will benefit her directly.
All right, really nice job to our 11th graders out here in your Market Lamb Showmanship this morning. I think when it, comes down to it, I think there's a handful of us that just kind of rise to the top from that initial first impression, right? Give me the good eye contact. You're ready to rock and roll. Your posture's good. I really like a showman that can actually get your shoulders back and kind of stand up straight. Somebody that looks like they're confident and proud to be in here, okay? So really, really nice job. One thing I want to note, when I come around to handle your lambs, I'm looking for somebody that gives me a good hard brace. It is physically impossible to get a brace on a lamb when you get out of their chest the second I come to touch them. Okay? Stay into their chest. I do not need you, just because the person in front of you swaps sides when I go in to handle them, doesn't mean you need to do it too. Just to see somebody else do something, we don't need to do it too, okay? Stay into the front of that chest. Wait until I get my good hard brace out of that lamb. Actually push into the front of them. Get them to flex a little bit, because the harder touching they are, the better market lamb they are, right? Really, really get that good hard brace out of them if you can. Then wait until I'm a couple sheep down, then shift sides. I don't need you guys to swap back and forth the entire time, because it defeat the purpose of why I'm even going into there to touch your sheep in the first place, okay? And then the second thing is, what is the most important and impressive part of an entire livestock skeletal organization? Their front end, right? A lot of us are really pulling the front end out of that sheep whenever we can actually get in, set that sheep in, set that neck back almost to a 90-degree angle on that sheep, and then set that nose down soon to make sure your nose isn't up in the sky, because then they're still going to try and pull out of your shoulder, okay? So get that sheep's front end actually set back into them. A lot of us are kind of leaning back a little bit too far and just taking that sheep's neck just right with us and starting to pull our entire front end out of them, rather than actually letting that front end set back into them and just really go up and out, okay? Especially if you got a little lower fronted sheep, making sure that you're really good about not pulling that front end out, because that is going to overemphasize either a lower front end or a straight blade, okay? So really, really pay attention to what your sheep looks like, what the angles look like. Play around with it at home. Have somebody video you, set up a tripod and camera and video yourself, set up in front of a mirror, and play around with moving that head and neck just ever so slightly. Tip that head up, tip that head down, and you just kind of see and play, and your sheep will tell you exactly where the right spot to put that head and that neck is, okay? You'll be able to see it from the profile. Have somebody watch you, have somebody tell you where that belongs, okay? Because the more that you know your individual animal, the better that animal is going to be presented out here today. And if I can see the little things, the little tweaks that you can do just to kind of go here and there and move that head, neck here, maybe tickle that belly here to kind of get that top line to come together. If I can see the little things in the short time that I've been with you guys this week, you guys should know your sheep by now, okay? Really, really good job to all of us out here today. I think when it comes down to it, that there's a couple of showmen that I think do a really good job at getting those things done. Maybe one of us has a really difficult showmanship sheep, and that's okay. They still absolutely get the most out of that animal out here today. One of us kind of gets a little bit lazy at the end there and just kind of forgets about feet and legs. One of us does a really good job of listening to my notes, and then one of us probably has a really, really challenging sheep to show in terms of actual front end design today. But really, really good job. I've appreciated working with all of the young people out here today. Young lady in the second hole up here will come back for your finals. You have a very tough showmanship sheep, but you are showing the wheels off of that dude, okay? And the other person that I think is doing just a bang-up job and paying attention to what I'm saying is this young lady right here. Please give all of them a really good hand.
Whether you are purchasing a car, buying a home, managing an investment property, starting a small business, or leaving behind a legacy, American Family Insurance will help you protect your dream. Bear River Animal Hospital takes care of small and large animals, providing pediatric care all the way up to senior pets. They deliver high-quality, customized vet services with their dedicated team. Services include exams, vaccinations, surgeries, dentistry, fully equipped laboratory and pharmacy, along with x-ray and ultrasound. Many of these same services can be conveniently provided on the farm. Bear River Animal Hospital is filled with highly trained animal lovers who will provide the best care for the animals in your life.
Have prizes for everybody who is showing over here at the south end of the ring. So once you've finished with your class, you can come on down and pick up a prize.
All right, big bunch of sophomores out here today. And, I think the competition is a little stiffer, but I think there's also a lot more numbers out here, so it makes sense to me. Really, really good job with your efforts at home, sophomores, with working with your projects out here today. I think a lot of us get the most out of our sheep. A lot of us know our sheep the best that we can out here today. My congratulations to you guys for that. You could teach some of the big kids a few things, okay? So really, really nice job to all of you young kids out here for just piecing together your animal the best way that your animal needs to be shown out here today. Very, very nice job. Really appreciate the efforts and just the time, obviously, that you spent at home to be able to know your animal, to be able to show the flies out of them. Really, really nice job. I think when it comes down to picking a couple of sophomores to come back here for our division drive in just a second, I think that there are a couple of young people out here that just have that stock savviness that I think is really, really hard to teach. I'm watching these two young people out here. They are quick at getting their job done, but they are not rushed. Super cool, calm, collected about this. They know exactly where the holes are in this arena, and there are quite a few bumps and lumps, okay? They know exactly where the holes are. They have positioned themselves around those, move forward out of the line or scooch down just where you need to be able to avoid those, avoid putting your front end down into a hole. Really, really intuitive, incredibly good job, really, really consistent and specific about getting their animals shown out here today. Hopefully everybody ringside is just enjoying watching these two young people as much as me. The two young women on the far end are going to come back here for your division drive.
Big J Milling has high-quality wheat flours for the baking industry. They specialize in providing top-grade flour for commercial bakeries, bakery and restaurant distributors, as well as home bakers.
Boz Towing and Diesel Roadside. From our full-service shop, fast ETA road service, fleet service, or heavy-duty towing, we have you covered. Located in Corinne and Evanston.
Central Milling is personally invested in the quality of their products and their relationships with customers and suppliers. They are also a proud supporter of high school sports.
Sydney Nelson, Carly Tanner, and Corey Garn and Carly Tanner. We also wanted to make a quick announcement for our open show happening directly after our showmanship here today. If you're interested in signing up for the open show, you must be 20 years or older. There is a $5 fee if you want to participate, so come on down to the table here on the south end of the show ring to sign up. Thank you very much. We also want to give a big shout out to our sponsors today who help make this show possible. Our Senior Showmanship Grand Champion Buckle sponsor is Josh and Brooke Dallin. Our Senior Showmanship Reserve Champion Buckle sponsor is the Coldwell Banker Tugaw Realtors. Let's go ahead and give our sponsors a big round of applause. We can't do this without them.
I think a really, really talented bunch of young women out here in your senior drive of your showmanship show this morning. Really, really just love the intensity and the professionalism at all these young ladies out here today. Each one of them makes it look very, very easy out here, and it is incredibly difficult to get as much out of these sheep as these young people are out here today, especially with our two that kind of rise to the top for me in terms of just complete showmanshipness. Really, really just stock savvy out here today. Love, love, love just how they get these things presented. Love their posture. I love just their presentation out here today. Really, really consistent with the job that they've gotten done, not only in their heat and here and out in the drive, but just watching these young people work and watching them just go from getting their feet set to actually pulling those sheep together is just really, really fun to watch how they get it done and how they get them all to just sit just exactly how they like them. Really, really love just the job that all these young ladies have done. They could come show for me any day. Really, really nice job. Audience, please give all these young ladies a big hand. I'll show you your champion in reserve.
Ladies and gentlemen, your senior class grand champion, Carly Tanner. And your senior class reserve champion, Corey Garn.
Central Milling is the farmer, the miller, and the baker working to preserve American farmland for tomorrow while preserving the highest quality of flour and grains to the bakers of today. Select the best products for your family by using Central Milling Company.
We'll go through Class 1, next we'll go through Class 2, and then we'll bring the top from those classes back for the narrowing down.
All right, really nice job to our ninth graders or first half of our ninth graders here. We're going to go ahead and keep 4 out of this division just to come back here in a second. We're going to go ahead and keep the young lady on the left end over here. We're going to keep this young lady directly in front of me with that long stretchy weather. We're going to keep the 2 young ladies on the far side over here today. I think that they do probably the most consistent job for me out here today. They're the ones that actually listened and did not move out of the front end of their sheep whenever I came around to actually go in and brace on them. Thank you guys for doing that. Honestly, if you guys pulled out of the front end of that sheep as soon as I go to touch them, I instantly discounted you. You guys got to pay attention to the things that I'm saying. I'm giving you guys basically a roadmap to get to the end of this show, and you guys got to pay attention to that. Beyond that, I think that I got a couple of us that just need to study our sheep a little bit better. We're kind of getting our feet a little bit stretched out. We're not paying attention to our top lines. We're not actually paying attention to where our feet and legs probably need to go. Really good job to the young ladies out here. Be consistent with your braces. Young lady closest to me, you're kind of up, you're kind of down. You're kind of over here, you're over there. Pick a spot and stay there, okay? Because if you change your position every time I look at you, I'm going to be like paying attention to your position rather than your sheep, okay? Young lady here, I really, really appreciate the effort that you get done with that. I like how consistent you are at getting that one done. You probably show just a little bit too out in front of your sheep for me. I love to see you just a little bit off to the side, stand up a little bit straighter for my personal preference. Young lady there in 4, you get that sheep a tick too stretched out. Be a tick quicker at getting that one set up. I appreciate that you paid attention and you stayed in the front end of that sheep when I come around to brace. Thank you. Young lady on the end, your sheep's being a pill. Keep at it, okay? Tough showmanship sheep, just keep working on it. If you can, get him to rock and roll. If you stick him in the middle of something or stick him out in the front, maybe he'll cooperate just a tick better. Hopefully he'll come back and kind of continue to be a good showmanship sheep for you. Really nice job, ladies. Everybody else doing a good job. Keep working at it, okay? There's lots of room for improvement and lots of years for you guys to continue to be successful at this. Give them all a good hand.
So once again, just as a reminder, because our 9th grade class was so long.
Use Elison Trucking for all your trucking needs. They are big enough to serve, small enough to care. Elison Trucking in Tremonton is a proud supporter of the Box Elder County Fair.
Let me be free. Let me be free. Let me be free.
There's a lot to know when it comes to buying insurance. That's why it's important to have an independent agent looking out for you and your family. Whatever you're looking to protect, Advanced Insurance Services can help. Let Sherry Pally help make sure you have the right coverage and are getting all the discounts you deserve. She can shop several carriers to find the company that is right for you. Call for a free insurance review today.
All right, get our second group of ninth graders out here. I think that you guys are doing a nice job, okay? Keep working with your sheep at home, and just like I told some of the older kids, spend some time just working with your individual sheep. Okay, well, how are they going to look their best, all right? What can I do? Little things here and there, like moving their head back and forth, making their neck a little bit straighter angle with their body shape, or kind of pulling it out. Where exactly do I need to set stuff? Where do their feet go, right? That make them look their best. If I move this little foot over here just a little bit, what does that do to their overall look from the side? If I look at my sheep from the profile, or get a picture of that sheep from the profile, and they kind of really sink in right in front of their loin, right where their loin hooks into their hip, maybe I'll spend a little time tickling their belly, kind of see if that lines them out, right? Spend some time working with your individual sheep, and spend some time looking and kind of adjusting things little by little, just to kind of see, does that look better, does that look worse, right? Practice, practice, practice with your animal at home. I think that the more you know about your individual animal and the flaws, and how you can kind of show those flaws out of your sheep, that's going to make you a very successful showman, okay? So practice, practice, practice. You guys are doing a nice job. I think when it comes down to it, there's probably two young people that probably get the most out of their sheep today. I would love to see both these young people. One of us just needs to pay a little bit more attention to feet and legs throughout the show, and maybe not get so distracted by the other things going on. That'd be the tall gentleman here. You're going to come back here, pay attention. Your feet are not set, but you're going to come back, okay? And then the second young gentleman in here too, I think you need to get that sheep's front end pulled too far forward. You need to get that front end a little bit, that neck a little bit more at a 90-degree angle, because she got a big kind of shoulder, okay? The more you get that neck right, you scoosh it back just a little bit, and it made her front end look so much better, okay? So pay attention. Good job. We're going to keep those two young gentlemen and bring them back in with the ladies from last class. Really good job. Please give all these ninth graders a very nice hand.
With over 60 years of experience and personalized service, Guild Mortgage is your key to home ownership in Box Elder County and beyond. Friends and neighbors you know and trust. Trudy, Chris, Julie, Shannon, Rollin, Tara, Brittany, Andy, Chelsea. Stop by or give us a call today. Guild Mortgage. Own what matters.
The grill has a wide variety of homemade appetizers. Can't decide what to get? Then build an appetizer combo. No matter what you're craving, the grill has something for everyone.
King Farms Trucking provides excellent service to their customers as well as their drivers with maximum pay. With home time and year-round consistency, join their team today.
All right, really nice job, ninth graders. I really appreciate you guys taking my notes, coming back, and making a really, really good effort to change those things or maybe alter those things, even if it's not something that you're like, that's probably not going to fit me later on in life. Subtle position changes, that's totally fine. But if somebody gives you some advice and they're in charge of how you do that day, probably ought to change your position just a little bit, just if you want to be successful. Okay, so I used to tell my judging team kids this all the time. I'd rather win than be right some days. Okay, so go ahead and just take it with a grain of salt, move on, make those adjustments if you want to be successful at what you're doing that day. Really, really nice job. I think when it comes down to it, there's one individual that is incredibly consistent, quick, effortless, efficient at getting the job done, and then there's one out here that I think is incredibly savvy, and it's been really, really a pleasure to watch this young person work, because you can watch from class to class how this young person said, what I normally do isn't working, make some adjustments, kind of change some things ever so slightly just to make that sheep work for them out here today. And I think that is super, super smart, very, very stock savvy of this young person. So we're going to keep the two young ladies out front. Please give them a big, nice hand.
Coming back to us from our ninth grade class, we have Casey Crowther and Chloe Burton.
Kent's is your one-stop shop for fresh produce, bakery items, deli, and meat. Stop by today for fast, friendly service.
If you are in need of financial assistance, call Dusty Roach at Lincoln Financial. He and his friendly staff have the expertise you'll need.
Miller Medical is ready to care for clients with full services for family medical. They also offer beauty and spa health treatments with hot stone and IV vitamin therapies, as well as Botox. Let Miller Medical take care of all your healthcare needs.
Our class of 8th graders today is going to work the same as the 9th graders. We have 2 classes of 8th graders, and so we're going to wait and see who we're keeping, and then we're going to have a 3rd round where we pick the top 2. Once again, just a quick reminder for everybody that's already shown, once you finish your show, you can come on down to the south end of the show ring. We've got prizes for every showman today. So come on down if you're wrapped up and finished with your show. Come on down and grab a prize.
All right, as we get our first seat of 8th graders out here, I think all of us are doing a nice job. I appreciate that you guys are for the most part, listening to some of the things that I've said so far today. I think we could kind of use a little bit of a refresher as a whole on where our nose is at when we got them in here. I think there's a lot of us that got those noses way too far up to the sky, okay? Let's think about it. If somebody's got a hold of your head and is cranking your nose up, what's the first thing you're going to want to do? Fall out of them, right? Okay, so think about that nose. If you have that nose nose straight up on your chest, then chances are it's probably too high, okay? So if you kind of play around with that head at home and kind of practice where that nose is at and where you have that head and that neck at, and kind of just tilt it and see what their sheep does, okay? That'll kind of teach you a lesson on just management in terms of like handling livestock. So really good job to a lot of us out here today. Think about your placement. Think about your hand placement on your sheep too. Again, if you got your hand up under their jaw and you got their nose tipped forward, that's going to kind of, you know, a hand under a jaw is going to kind of want you to lean forward, and you're going to start to tip that sheep's nose up regardless of being intending to or not, okay? I love it when you can kind of get your hands out on either side of their skull. That's going to help you kind of control their head a little bit better. It's going to help you be able to crank their neck back a little bit better without tipping their nose up, okay? So kind of think about that. Practice with that at home. Practice with your hand movements, and again, practice looking at that sheep from the profile. Set up your camera. Set up your big mirror that you got at the dollar store or whatever you do, okay? And practice that. Or have somebody sit lawn chair side you and just say, okay, tip that sheep's head up. Oh, that did this to that, okay? So practice. That is going to help you guys. A couple of us are down a leg, and I know that you guys are making some adjustments based on that, but I think we can still kind of show around that, and some of the adjustments are maybe just not quite working for us. So practice with that, and try and kind of see how that works, because we're kind of cranking necks around maybe more than we need to, more than just the folks of us that are down a leg, okay? So good job to all of you guys. We're going to keep a handful of you to bring back and work just a tick harder. We're going to keep the 4 out front. We're going to keep this young lady straight in front of me. We're going to keep the young gentleman with the blue sheep right there. And we're going to go ahead and keep this young lady right here. Fix that sheep's neck, okay? Even if you're down a leg, all right? Really nice job to all the young people. Please give them all a good hand for their efforts out here today.
R&B Fencing Solutions has you covered for custom fencing, grazing, and livestock transportation. Give Rhett Munns a call today.
Rudd Funeral Home is a locally owned family-operated business. Joe Rudd and his family, as well as their devoted staff, are committed to providing you with the best service possible during a difficult time. Their beautiful facilities have all the necessary amenities. A large viewing room can also double as a smaller, more intimate funeral chapel. The chapel is even equipped with streaming capabilities to make sure family and friends are connected no matter how far they may be. Rudd Funeral Home is there to help you in your time of need.
Rigby Chiropractic, promoting health and wellness locally with a personal touch.
This year, the Box Elder Junior Livestock is looking for a special recognition award. We are looking to recognize a youth exhibitor who has demonstrated gift, grit, and perseverance, or has overcome some personal challenges. This exhibitor should be someone who epitomizes the 4-H motto or embodies the FFA motto. Someone who, in spite of personal challenges, strives to make a difference every day. If you know somebody that you would like to nominate for this, we have QR codes posted around the barn that you can find. The poster says Special Recognition Award. If you can't find a QR code on a poster, come on down to the table on the south end of the ring, and we have papers we can hand out to you. So if you know somebody that fits those qualities and you'd like to nominate them, please do so.
All right, as we get our second heat, 8th graders out here today, everybody's doing a nice job at paying attention to the things that I'm telling you. Really nice job at kind of making sure that you're not backing out of the front end of that sheep when I come around to get a touch on your brace. Really nice job with that. Good job at being patient with your animals if they're not quite working the way you want them to. I like your attitude, I like your posture. For the most part, everybody's doing pretty good with eye contact, okay? Just practice, practice, practice. Probably just as a whole, kind of appears to me like we have a little bit less ring experience out here today. The more that you guys can get out and practice and come to more shows or go to more practices just with people and get more comfortable out here, this is going to become a little bit easier for you the more comfortable that you feel out here today. So whether it's nerves or if it's just kind of a lack of experience, keep working on it, keep working hard. Again, practice on your feet and legs. Maybe some of us, I think some of the better showmen in this set, I think have probably a little bit more challenging lambs to show because there are some things that you just are really, really tough to show out of of a sheep, so like structure or just their overall body skeletal arrangement and just their body structure. Really challenging to kind of get those flaws showed out of them, but I think you guys are doing a good job at working with what you got. I'm going to rely heavily on those things that I just talked about earlier. A really good first impression is going to do wonders for me. There's a couple of showmen in here that I think are really good and probably could have earned themselves a spot back to the division, but that was the laziest entrance I ever did see over here today. Just kind of like chilling, you're just vibing. There's no real sense of urgency, no real sense of, hey, I'm here to do a job. So come on in here like you mean business, like you're ready to rock and roll, like you're like, you know that you got some competition, and come out here like you look like you want to play, okay? So good job. We're going to go ahead and keep 3 out of this division for me. We're going to keep the young gentleman out front. We're going to keep the young gentleman right behind him. And we're going to keep the young lady here with the teeny little weather. Nice job to you guys. Work on feet and legs if I didn't pull you, or work on that first impression if I didn't pull you, okay? Because I think some of us are just kind of chilling, all right? Nice job. Audience, please give them all a good hand.
Roach Ranches supports the people that support them and the fantastic youth of the Valley. Thank you for over 60 years in business, quality seed stocking, gravel, and hunting. Rock and Roll Construction Products, providing U-Cart concrete and landscaping products.
Rupp Trucking and Excavating is a family-owned and operated construction business specializing in site prep and site utilities. Brothers Blaine and Brent Rupp have spent the last 45 years priding themselves on a project well done. What began small has turned into a company of over 70 employees and includes work such as demolition, sewer and water installation, earthwork, septic systems, and waste containers. Rupp's operates several gravel pits and offers both delivery and pickup. Contact Rupp's for your construction needs.
This is just a reminder about our open show happening directly after we finish our last class of 3rd graders today, or after our show is completely finished. If you are interested in signing up for the open show, you must be 20 years old or older. There is a $5 fee in order to participate. Please come on down to the south end of the show ring so you can sign up here at the table before the show begins. Once again, we'll be doing that directly after our showmanship today. Thank you so much.
Okay, when we get all of our 8th graders out here today, I think that each one of them does a really nice job at getting their animals presented. Just a couple of things that I continue to say. I feel like a broken record, but obviously you got to say it again because not everybody's listening. The second you get out of that sheep's front end, when I come around to touch them, I have instantly quit looking at you. Okay? I don't know how many times I got to say it. Actually stay in that sheep's front end when I come around to brace, because you are not getting a brace as soon as you pull your chest off of them. I don't know, like, if you hear me in the back, I'm going to quit looking at you, because I don't know how many times I got to say it, because that is the whole purpose of me coming around to touch that sheep, is to feel how hard that sheep's back is, okay? Pay attention, listen to the things, again, giving you an absolute open roadmap to get to the top of these classes out here today. Pay attention, keep your eye on the ball, and come out here and do a good job while listening to the instructions that I'm giving you guys. I think there's 2 individuals out here that I think do a really nice job. One that I think is just really, really consistent from top to bottom, effortless in the way that they get it done out here today. For me, there are 2 young people that I think kind of fight back and forth for that second spot in here today. One of us maybe just pays a little bit more attention to where the feet and legs are at all times. Over here, I caught a couple of the one person just not paying attention to where those back feet were, kind of letting them leave there for a little bit longer. But I think that when it comes down to it, the other person a little bit better at getting those feet and legs together, quicker, faster, more consistent today. The young lady out front, effortless, will bring you back. Young gentleman with the blue sheep, that second hand, spent a little too much time on the back of that sheep's head when you're moving around for me. Get that off there. You're fine without it, okay? Sir, couple feet over here that you just left a little bit too long for me. Really, really nice job to all the rest of you guys. Please give them all a good hand. Young lady up front, young gentleman with the blue weather will come back here in a minute.
Schaefer Farms. We grow family, friends, and high-quality crops. Swing by the fielding location and pick up some delicious homegrown food today.
State Line Electric, serving Utah and Idaho. Give them a call today.
Of 7th graders. This is the first class of 2. Our first class of 7th graders consists of Andalee Taylor, Anaya Davis, Ella Lish, Hallia Francis, Maddie Esplin, Maylee Hobbs, Oakley Miles, Opal Swain Schmidt, Paisley Eddington, Paisley Crowell, and Vivian Wilcock.
Awesome. Nice job to the crew that we've got out here today. I think for the most part, everybody does really good at getting their feet and legs where they need to go, okay? A few of us just maybe need to get a little bit quicker at that and maybe just pay a little bit more attention to where, after we set them up once, got to keep an eye on those feet and legs, okay? Further on into the drive, just make sure that they are where you put them and you're intentionally wanting them there, okay? So pay attention, get a little quicker at setting them initially, and then make sure you're keeping up on that as you go. So really good job. I think there are 3 that I think need to be worked a little bit harder out here today. We're going to keep the young lady with the blue U out front here. She does a really good job at just presenting incredibly well. I love her eye contact from the get-go. A couple of times we're kind of leaving those front feet just a little bit off kilter for me today, and they are right now. So kind of just pay attention to where those are at for me today. We're going to keep the young lady with the big old weather straight in front of me. If you can, he's being kind of a pill and pulling out of you about half the time. Try and get him to kind of push into you, okay? Because as soon as he pulls out of you and you leave it, then it just looks like you got a sheep that's trying to lay down on you, okay? So kind of keep at it, okay? Really good job. We're going to go ahead and keep the young lady with the black weather with the black spot on his hip over here today. Really nice job. I like your presence out here, like your eye contact. As soon as you kind of get the hawk that's closest to me, if you push into him too hard and he pushes back too hard, that's when that kind of overextends on that joint. So just keep an eye on that because he looks nice now, okay? I would probably only really get a hard brace on him when I come around to handle, because otherwise that hawk joint will kind of rock forward on you, okay? Good job. Really nice job to all of our kids out here today. Please give them all a good hand.
We good? Howdy. All of us here at Stokes Trucking want to wish good luck to all the youth at the Box Elder County Fair Junior Livestock Show and Sale. Remember to thank your mom and dad when it's all over, and remember to thank your 4-H leaders and your FFA leaders as well. Speaking of thanks, let's all take just a second here and thank a truck driver, or be thankful for them. These good, honest, hard-working people literally bring us everything. Think about that. Thank you and enjoy the fair.
Schooler, let's get growing. Your partner for grain and feed, merchandising, marketing, storage, and logistics.
All right, as we get in our second heat of our kids out here in this division, I think that we're doing a nice job, really good job with the feet and legs, good job paying attention to that. Make sure that before you come into the class that you know exactly where you're going, as if you line up the wrong way or kind of looking around like, where are we headed? You just kind of look like a goober, okay? So make sure you guys pay attention to where you're going, pay attention to what's going on out here today, that you know exactly where you're headed. Somebody that looks purposeful, looks like they did their homework, looks like they're ready to rock and roll, and that they got a purpose out here today, okay? Good job to y'all. I think that for me, there's probably 3 young people that probably get the most out of their sheep today. I think there's a couple of us that have really good instincts, have done a nice job at getting them presented out here today, and I think there's a couple of us that rely too much on just pushing that head around rather than actually using our body to be able to utilize, to get that sheep to go where you want, because if you're pulling that head up and kind of cranking it around and not actually using your body to kind of put a little pressure where you need to on that sheep, then you're kind of giving them mixed signals, right? So if you kind of use your body to get them to stop and go where you need them to, kind of say, okay, here's where we stick, and then use that head and that neck just to tweak little teeny tiny subtle differences between where your sheep lines up, then that's really going to help you out significantly, okay? So, in particular, the young lady in front of me, you're using that head too much, okay? Use your body a little bit more, because the more you crank around on just the head and neck, the more that sheep's like, what are we doing, okay? Same thing with the young gentleman in the tie over here, all right? Really good job to you guys. Keep working at it, and you guys are gonna continue to get better at this, because I think you guys have the right instincts, okay? I think that for me, there's 3 of us that do a really good job once you get them stuck, really presented well. I think that one of us, the young lady here with this little weather, is going to come back for me today. We get a little bit chill at the end there. I see you like scratching on him. It's a job. We're doing this job out here today, okay? Got to take it serious the whole time, because I think you do a good job at getting him set quick. You guys are a good team. Keep at it. Keep it professional, and keep ready to rock and roll, because you're going to come back in just a second. They're going to kick your butt if you don't get it together, okay? Good job. And we're going to keep the 2 young people up front here. I think you guys do a really nice job at getting those wethers stuck and put together. I think we get a little bit too close to the fence, because remember, there were holes there yesterday. Got to think about where those holes are and try not to get that sheep's front end down into them. You guys have the advantage of having taller fronted sheep, but still, you can get more out of those sheep if you kind of keep them their front ends out of the holes. I think, young lady, you get a little bit too lax on how you're okay with where those back feet are for me today. I think I would love you to be just a tick more purposeful about where you want to place those, okay? And young gentlemen, I think you are very particular about where you want your feet. I like that. You're just a tick too slow at getting it done, okay? So speed it up just a little bit for me. Really nice job to the 2 and 3 of you, okay? We'll see you back here in just a second. Audience, please give them all a good hand.
Tanglewood Studios has something for everyone, whether it's dance, cheer, color guard, or gymnastics. There's even recreational all-boys gymnastics along with Mamma Me classes. Family rates are available, so come join the fun. We deeply appreciate your participation in this week's county fair and rodeo. Your presence adds to the vibrancy of our community. Thank you for visiting Tremonton and being a part of our journey.
On behalf of Utah Seed, congratulations to all who participated in the Box Elder County Fair Junior Livestock Auction. Well done! We also want to thank the families, 4-H clubs, farmers, and ranchers who supported these participants in preparing this year's entries. All of us, farmers, ranchers, and Utah Seed are involved in Feeding America. Whether you need alfalfa, seed, dryland pasture, cover crops, or 3-way grain mixes, we are here to help with the right products and right information for your needs.
I think really just tough set of 7th graders out here to sort. I think that each one of them do a very good job. You guys should be proud of your efforts out here today. Continue on to get better and continue on to give all these older kids a run for their money, because I think you guys do a very nice job. I'm very proud of you guys for the efforts that you guys have put together out here today. I think when it comes down to it, there are 2 young people out here that just get the most out of their sheep from me today. Just kind of be able to really get the angles of the head, the neck, the feet, the legs, their body language just right to give me that excellent profile that I'm looking for, while still giving me all the hard braces, all the angles, just moving incredibly smoothly, quick yet not rushed. Really nice job to both these young people. Really tough heat out here today. Maybe you like them just a little bit different, but I think for me these are the ones just hit the most notes right, hardest to catch in a flaw out here today. So 2 young ladies on either end are going to come back here for your drive. Really nice job.
For 20 years, Valley View Granite has offered our local community the best quality and service for their home countertops. With the addition of Marble Ventures in Ogden, Utah, our team is now able to offer the same reliable and dependable service for their showers, tub surrounds, and more. With locations from Sandy to Idaho Falls, we offer the best value without sacrificing quality for your build or remodel. Come in and see us today. Valley View Granite, enhancing places people gather.
Today we come together to honor a pillar of our community, Jan Rhodes. For many years, Jan has been the heart and soul of our fairgrounds, managing them with a commitment that has made them a central gathering place for all of us. This week, as our fair was in full swing, tragedy struck. Jan lost her home in a devastating fire. In a time of celebration, she faced a profound and personal loss, and now we have the chance to come together and support her as she has supported us for so long. Jan's contributions to our community are immeasurable, and it is now our turn to show her the same loyalty and care she has always shown to us. Let us rally together to provide the support and comfort she needs during this difficult time. Your help can make a significant difference in her life, just as she has made in ours. Visit www.bejlauction.com to donate. 100% of these proceeds will benefit her directly.
Anybody out there that's interested in becoming a buckle sponsor for the year 2025, if you would like to come on down and talk to Sean or Marcy Owen, get in contact with them. They'll help you get set up so you can be a buckle sponsor for our next year's show. If that sounds interesting to anybody, come on down. We'll get you sent in the right direction.
Honestly, I think this is a really, really impressive set of showmen. I think I said earlier, maybe in the market goat showmanship, that intermediates have always been my favorite to sort in showmanship, because I think just the level of competition and the level of drive is deeper than it is in any other age division. I think you guys still take criticism and take construction incredibly well. You guys listen to the people around you. Please continue to do that as you guys get older. I promise that when I got to the age where I started to think I knew everything, I promise I didn't. So please, please, please keep listening to the people around you. Please take instruction from the people that you trust and the people that you value their opinion, as that will only continue to make you better and continue to make you really good. And you guys have, just a tick more show experience and more ring time experience than some of our younger kids coming up. And I think it's really impressive, the 6 young people that we have out here today, because I think this is a really deep set of 6 people. Now, I think that, obviously we got a little bit of difference across the board in terms of style of showmanship out here today. And that's totally fine with me, because honestly, I think my 2 favorites probably have very different styles. As one of us is just maybe a tick more intense. One of us is just kind of the vibe of maybe just a little bit more cool, calm, and collected. Really like the job and the effort that each one of these young people out here has given. Please don't be too disappointed in yourself for not getting to the top end of this, because in the end of the day, it's just my opinion that kind of gets to the front of this, and just my opinion that pulls winners to the top today. And another day, you might be somebody else's flavor of the day. So really nice job to all of these intermediates out here. Audience, please give them a tremendous round of applause. They're doing incredible.
Ladies and gentlemen, your intermediate grand champion, Chloe Burton. And your intermediate reserve champion, Bentley Smith.
For 20 years, Valley View Granite has offered our local community the best quality and service for their home countertops. With the addition of Marble Ventures in Ogden, Utah, our team is now able to offer the same reliable and dependable service for their showers, tub surrounds, and more. With locations from Sandy to Idaho Falls, we offer the best value without sacrificing quality for your build or remodel. Come in and see us today. Valley View Granite, enhancing places people gather.
Today we come together to honor a pillar of our community, Jan Rhodes. For many years, Jan has been the heart and soul of our fairgrounds, managing them with a commitment that has made them a central gathering place for all of us. This week, as our fair was in full swing, tragedy struck. Jan lost her home in a devastating fire. In a time of celebration, she faced a profound and personal loss, and now we have the chance to come together and support her as she has supported us for so long. Jan's contributions to our community are immeasurable, and it is now our turn to show her the same loyalty and care she has always shown to us. Let us rally together to provide the support and comfort she needs during this difficult time. Your help can make a significant difference in her life, just as she has made in ours. Visit www.bejlauction.com to donate. 100% of these proceeds will benefit her directly.
to participate. If that sounds like something you want to do, come on down to the south end of the show ring and sign up at the table before the open show begins. There will be a buckle for the open show winner.
All right, as we get our first class of our next age division out here to sort through, I think that you guys are doing a nice job at being professional. Really good job with the eye contact. I like your guys' first impression when you come in the ring. Just a few notes for the group as a whole, okay? So anytime that you guys are showing a piece of livestock, regardless of what species, we got to make sure that we're always giving the judge the best view of our animal, especially when we're moving around, right? So we always want to make sure that it is us, sheep, judge. Okay, and that goes for your entire body, so make sure that you're walking on the right side of the sheep, but it also goes for your hand and which hand is on your jaw of your sheep, okay? Because if I'm reaching around like this, and the judge is over there, I'm reaching around like this, it may be easier and quicker and faster and closer to us, and I might not have to bend over as much if I use this hand to walk them, but I've just covered up my sheep's entire head and a little bit of their neck doing that, okay? Get your other hand down there underneath their jaw and walk them that way. It's probably a lot more work. Showing sheep's supposed to be hard work, okay? So practice doing that, okay? Make sure that you're always giving the judge the most of your sheep to look at one time, okay? So good job with that. A few of us just need to kind of practice working on our feet and legs, right? We want to keep their feet and legs square, and sometimes we set them up, and sometimes they move, and we might not feel it, we might not see them do it, but we got to kind of keep peeking to make sure that our feet and legs are where we want them to be, right? That you set them up where they look good, okay? And a couple of us get a little too far stretched out. So our sheep's doing kind of this, and then the more stretched out we get, the more forward we pull their neck, so then we're stretching them out even more. They're like looking like a slinky out here, okay? So we got to keep them so that they're looking like their top line is straight. Wherever their feet need to go, how far back you need to put them so that their top line stays straight. And that neck should make a 90-degree angle, right? 90-degree angle is like our squares, right? I'm about a 90-degree angle from neck to back, okay? So if you need to kind of use your hands to push that neck back just a little bit, I promise that'll help your whole line and your sheep look a lot better, okay? So just a couple little things that everybody can work on, and keep an eye on your spacing too. So if you notice that some people in front of you are slowing down, start to slow down, give yourself enough space, because what happens if we get in a traffic jam? Then we all of a sudden half my sheep's covered up by the next person's sheep, or half my sheep's covered up by the next person's leg, or shoot, I feel really bad, but I'm covering up somebody else's sheep. sheep. Make sure you guys give yourself enough space. Don't get into traffic jams out here today, and that's going to help you guys present your sheep really, really well, okay? So really good job. I think that for me, there's a handful of kids that I think are doing a really good job at kind of doing those things pretty well, okay? So we're going to bring you back here for our age division final. We're going to go ahead and bring back the young lady here in second, okay? Keep an eye on those feet and legs, all right? Young lady here with the dark hair is going to come back. Really nice job. If you can, try and get a tick more of a brace out of that weather when I come around to touch him. Really nice job there. We're going to go ahead and keep this young lady right here. Keep an eye on those feet and legs, Sweepy. And then this young lady right here. We get a little bit too close up on that little ewe lamb. Try and stretch out just a little bit. Really nice job to these 4 young people. Keep working at it, guys. You're doing really good, okay? Keep working at it. Audience, please give all of these kids a nice hand. They're doing really well.
Whether you are purchasing a car, buying a home, managing an investment property, starting a small business, or leaving behind a legacy, American Family Insurance will help you protect your dream. Meet the dedicated veterinarians at Bear River Animal Hospital. Whether you have small or large animals, they can provide high-quality, customized vet services, including exams, vaccinations, surgery, dentistry, x-rays, and ultrasound. Make an appointment at 435-257-7455.
Ozzie Williams, Stella Bone, and Canyon Bowcut. Folks, we wanted to make another huge shout out today. In case you haven't noticed, we've got a much more comfortable temperature in here this year. The dust doesn't seem to be quite so bad. That's thanks to these 2 giant ceiling fans we've had installed. Those ceiling fans were donated by Tracy and Jennifer Watts. All of that was also made possible by the Box Elder County and Hootie Roach with Lincoln Financial. Thanks to them, we're a lot more comfortable this year. So let's go ahead and give it up for them for donating those fans for us.
All right, another great job by our second heat in our age division here. Really good job to all of you guys. Keep working at it because you guys are doing good with the fundamentals and making sure that you're keeping on the right direction, that you're giving yourself enough space. I really appreciate that. You guys are doing a really good job at making sure that you're paying attention. Mat in the ring all the time, that you make sure that you're not jumping out of the front end of that sheep when I come around to touch them. Really, really good job at paying attention to all the notes, doing the basic things to be successful out here in the ring. I think when it comes down to it, there's a handful of us that do probably just the most of those things right all the time for me today, that we're going to pull back to work just a little bit harder in just a second. So I think when it comes down to it, you guys are all doing a very nice job. Keep working at it. Keep working on those feet and legs. Some of us are just, you know, sometimes livestock wiggle around, and that is just what happens. Sometimes they're not very good teammates. I am not really that concerned with somebody having the best teammate ever. It is your attitude and how you handle a teammate that's maybe not working with you as well out here today. So if we're starting to get nervous, or if we're starting to get really angry at our sheep, then that starts to kind of be like, okay, maybe we need to focus on working on our keeping our emotions in check just a little bit better for me today. Is you work with what you got. Livestock are unpredictable. Make sure you guys are paying attention to your feet and legs every time. Really, really good job. We're going to go ahead and keep the young gentleman with the glasses. You're going to come back. I need a little more eye contact from you, my guy. You're a little bit focused on where you're headed every single time, okay? So it's good to keep your eyes on a swivel, keep your good peripheral together, but make sure that you're giving me a little bit more eye contact, because that makes me look at you, right? If you see somebody staring at you from across the way and you're like, oh, and you look, now what do? You're like, oh, okay, I guess I got to look at them now, right? So really good job. Keep it up. We're going to bring you back here in just a second. We're going to bring you back too, sir, okay? I think you do a really nice job of getting that weather all stuck. You get that neck pulled a little bit too far towards you. Just rock that head back ever so slightly, okay? Use your hands to use that jaw and scooch them back, okay? And then whenever you're walking around, you look a little more chill than I'd like. I don't know if it has to do with your free hand. You're kind of just doing this. Okay, give it something so that free hand kind of makes you look a little bit more intense, okay? I don't care if you just hold it a little tighter, or you hold it to your body, or you kind of just pull it up like this, but just like while you're walking and your arms are swinging, it makes you look like you're okay? All right, so look intense, like it. Sir, intensity, you have it. I like it. We're going to bring you back here in just a second. I think you do a really nice job at getting that little sheep all set up. You guys are a good team. I think further on into this, you forget a little bit about your sheep. Your back feet are offset right now, and your neck's a little bit too far towards you, okay? So it's a lot to pay attention to all at once, but you guys are doing a good job. Keep it up, you three gentlemen so far. And we're also going to go ahead and bring this young lady back here with the long hair. We're going to bring you back here in just a second. Keep an eye on those feet and legs. Try not to get your spacing too far squashed up into the next sheep, okay? Give yourself enough room to work, and kind of keep those hands off to either side. Rather than squishing his ears, use his jaw, okay? Really good job to all you young people. Keep working at it. Keep working hard. You guys are doing well. Audience, please give them all a good hand. We'll see them back in just a second.
Big J Milling has high-quality wheat flours for the baking industry. They specialize in providing top-grade flour for commercial bakeries, bakery and restaurant distributors, as well as home bakers.
Boz Towing and Diesel Roadside. From our full-service shop, fast ETA road service, fleet service, or heavy-duty towing, we have you covered. Located in Corinne and Evanston.
Central Milling is personally invested in the quality of their products and their relationships with customers and suppliers. They are also a proud supporter of high school sports.
Once again, folks, time is kind of running out to sign up for the open show. It's happening directly after our showmanship here today. If you're interested in signing up for the open show, you must be 20 years old or older. There is a $5 fee in order to participate, but if that sounds like something you'd like to do, come on down to the table and we'll get you all signed up. Just so you know, there is going to be a buckle for the winner of that show.
All right, really nice job to our final heat out here. I think that each one of you kids is doing a very, very nice job. I'm incredibly proud of you guys taking my notes, learning from them, keep working at it. I think you guys are doing very, very good. If you guys stay coachable, stay listening to the people around you, telling you what to do, how to get better, continue to take all that and find what works for you and continue to get better because you guys are doing a very, very good job. I'm very, very proud of all of you guys. I think there's two showmen out here that are just kind of hit my style. They do a really good job at getting their sheet presented out here today. We'll see them back for their overall age division drive. Young lady right here, young gentleman right here. Give them all a good hand.
Use Elison Trucking for all your trucking needs. They are big enough to serve, small enough to care. Elison Trucking in Tremonton is a proud supporter of the Box Elder County Fair.
Let me be free. Let me be free. Let me be free.
Coming into the ring now is our first class of 5th graders for our junior show. This class consists of Ashlyn Nelson, Bristol Bingham, Declan Lish, Easton Scheme, Ellie Smallwood, Jax Frisbee, Jackson Clark, Kaysen Hess, Kaylee Barron, Knox Dallin, Lucy Barfus, Maddie Staley, Parker Collum, Rhett Richens, Ryder Hendrickson, and Sierra Ellis, and Tate Craner. Our 5th graders are also going to be split into 2 classes. We want to give a special thanks to Bob and Andrea Cosbob for donating all the sweatshirts. Also, we want to give a huge thanks to IFA Tremonton. We appreciate all of your continued support and everything that you've done for us. We also wanted to thank our Buckle sponsors one more time. Again, if you'd like to be a Buckle sponsor for the year 2025, come on down and talk to Sean or Marcy Owen.
All right, super tough heat of fifth graders to start off this age division. I think that you guys are doing a really, really good job. We're going to keep a bunch of you because I think there's a slew of you that deserve to be worked just a little bit harder. Really, really good job to us, okay? So a few notes as a whole. If we get stuck kind of bunched up in a little traffic jam, it is totally okay to pull your sheep out and find a space that is free, okay? So just pull out, pull in line. A few of us, especially over here, a little bit crooked in that line. Make sure that you guys are lined up, right? Your sheep is lined up straight and parallel with everybody else, but you're also not too far back out of the line. You're not too far forward out of the line because that just draws attention to you, right? And if it draws attention to you and you're not on point the entire time that you're out of line, then it's easier for me to catch you making mistakes, right? So kind of make sure you're keeping in line. Make sure you're giving yourself enough space and that you're keeping your sheep in line with everybody else and doing a good job, Johnny, on the spot with the feet and legs, okay? Really, really good job. We're going to keep the second young man here in line. You're going to come back. Really, really nice job. I like your eye contact. I like your intensity. Get a little bit too far in the front of that butt of that sheep in front of you. Give yourself a tick more space. Really nice job. Young man, we're going to keep you as well. Really nice job. I like your eye contact. I like your presence out here. You do a nice job at getting that bugger together for you. I like you in motion, even when he's being a little bit of a pill. I think you get those back feet just a little bit far under him. I'd like to see him stretched out just a little bit more because he's a big sheep. He's got room to be big in terms of his leg spot. Young lady here at the blue sheep's going to come back because I think you do a really nice job at getting that little ewe set up, okay? I think you look like you're nervous. It's okay to be nervous. I need you to look like, hey, I'm in charge out here today. Kind of get your confidence face on and just make sure you're keeping in line with that sheep. Really nice job, okay? We're going to go ahead and the young gentleman with the sheep giving him fits here, pushing him down in. You're going to come back, okay? I think you're doing a really nice job. Keep working at that sheep. That ewes giving you fits out here today. Just keep working at her. Keep those feet and legs. Try not to rely too much on picking her head up. Just use your body to just push her just a little bit, and that'll kind of scooch those feet and legs back, okay? Really, really nice job, all right? Young lady here, you're going to come back, okay? Sometimes the wheels fall off the bus, right? And sometimes things happen that don't make us feel very confident about what we're doing. We're like, I was ready, and then my sheep got away. That's okay. That happens. Dust your crown off. Put it back on. You're doing a good job, okay? We'll come back in a minute. Young gentleman over here, you're going to come back today, okay? I think you're doing a really nice job at getting that big old long stretchy weather set up. You make him look more impressive and more heavier muscled than he is. I like that about you, okay? I think we get a little bit stuck in a corner. It's okay when you're bunched in here just to kind of spread yourself out, get yourself at maybe a little bit of an angle so I can see more of your sheep from more of the ring. Does that make sense? Really nice job. Young gentleman here, you're going to come back. I think you do a banging job getting that bro set up here. We do a little bit, kind of get bunched into the sheep in front of us a little bit, and we got a little cattywampus out of line over here today. And that's, like I just said, if you're out of line and you're not perfect 100% of the time, it's more noticeable, right? So make sure that you're in line with everybody else today. And the young gentleman on the end, you're going to come back here in just a second. I think you're doing a really, really nice job at getting that dude presented. Just maybe not quite as fast on the sheep and feet and legs as I'd like you to be, especially when we were over here, okay? Really, really nice job to all the young people. Everybody else, keep practicing. You guys are doing really well. Take your notes, learn, and get better for next year, okay? Give them all a good hand. They're doing well.
There's a lot to know when it comes to buying insurance. That's why it's important to have an independent agent looking out for you and your family. Whatever you're looking to protect, Advanced Insurance Services can help. Let Sherry Pally help make sure you have the right coverage and are getting all the discounts you deserve. She can shop several carriers to find the company that is right for you. Call for a free insurance review today.
With over 60 years of experience and personalized service, Guild Mortgage is your key to home ownership in Box Elder County and beyond. Friends and neighbors you know and trust. Trudy, Chris, Julie, Shannon, Rollin, Tara, Brittany, Andy, Chelsea. Stop by or give us a call today. Guild Mortgage, own what matters.
The grill has a wide variety of homemade appetizers. Can't decide what to get? Then build an appetizer combo. No matter what you're craving, the grill has something for everyone.
King Farms Trucking provides excellent service to their customers as well as their drivers with maximum pay. With home time and year-round consistency, join their team today.
Thomas, Keller Dyring, Coulter Nielsen, Livy Canfield, Ras Dow, Ruger Richens, Riker Goss, Violet Wilcock, Witten Williams, and Wakely Wright.
All right, as we get the second heat out here in this grade division, I think all these young people again are doing a really nice job. I've got a couple of notes for everybody as a whole, and we talked about this a little bit before in the earlier ones, but we just want to make sure everybody gets the message, everybody hears us, okay? So always, 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 when you're walking in and showing an animal, regardless of the species, you want to make sure that the judge gets to see the most of your animal as they can at one time, okay? So make sure that you're always, it's you, animal, judge, okay? So you make sure when you're walking, you walk on the opposite side of the judge of your animal. So if I'm on this side like this, you guys be on that side of your sheep when you're walking, okay? So pay attention to that, especially when we come in the in-gate. Maybe we were standing on the other side. We got to pay attention to which direction is the judge going to be when I walk in there, okay? Really, really good. And another thing is with our head and when we're hanging on to our sheep's head when we're walking them, make sure we're hanging on to their jawbone, right? We don't want to get further back into their throat, right? Because when we can squeeze a lot harder on their jaw and grab a hold of that if they start to wiggle than we can on their throat, right? That just makes them like, I don't want to be hung on to by my throat. Thank you very much, okay? So hang on to their jaw, okay? When we get a little further back into their throat there, then it just kind of makes them grouchy and angry. You'd probably be grouchy and angry if someone is grabbing onto your throat too, okay? So make sure you're hanging onto their jaw, not that. And one more thing that I just as a whole, everybody, make sure you guys, when you go to, if you pick up their front end to set their neck, make sure you're not wrapping all of your arms around their front end. I know that some of these guys are heavier than you are, and some of them, it's tough to kind of get their front end up. If you can, try to use more of their head, and just if you need to set their back legs, and it's not working, and you really feel like you got to rely on bear hugging their neck to pick them up, then just don't do that. Just use your head, hold that, and use your body to push your sheep's chest. They'll move those back feet back for you, okay? So if you're running into trouble and you're like, it's just not working, I can't pick my sheep up by his jaw to kind of get that done, use your body to push that sheep's chest back, and then those back feet will go back. They'll be like, oh, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, all right? Really, really good job to everybody out here today. I think there's a few of us we're going to keep back here for just a second and keep them together. Young lady here with the blue U, you're going to come back, okay? One thing I want you to work on, when you're leading her, you're kind of pulling her neck out and you're saying, come on, sheep, rather than saying, all right, I'm here together, kind of keeping my sheep's front end together. So practice not pulling your sheep's head and neck forward. Practice walking beside your sheep, not in front of your sheep, okay? Good job. Young man, you're going to come back, okay? You do a really nice job. I'd like to see you just maybe a tick more off the fence because there's a little bit of a hole kind of dipping in there, so just keep an eye on that. You have a tall fronted sheep, so it helps, and you're good there, but why not give yourself every single advantage you can out here today? You do a very nice job. Keep it up. All right, young man, you're going to come back, okay? I think you do a nice job of getting that dude presented. Make sure you keep an eye on those back feet because he's a little offset right now. And you kind of pull that sheep's head up and out of it more than I'd like you to because right now he's going, ugh, trying to keep up with you, okay? So if you can, just let his head kind of down just a little bit more and set back into him and use your leg to kind of push, or your body to kind of push that sheep's back leg back if you can't quite reach it with your arm, okay? Nice job. Young gentleman, you're going to come back too. You're one of the ones that I think bear hugs that sheep when to try and get his front end set, okay? But if you can, just use your body to push his back legs back because I think that's going to help you a lot more. It's going to make it faster for you too, and you're not going to be sweating so much, okay? Young lady, you're going to come back. I think you get that guy lined up really, really nice. I would like to see you, instead of having both of those hands on either side and you're kind of, it's like hands, sheep's head, you. I would like to see you to switch your hands so that they're on either side of that sheep's head, okay? So your left hand come around to that side, your right hand come around to the other side, so you kind of got finger guns on either side of him. You're hanging on like this, thumbs under the jaw. So either side of that head, that'll help you kind of push him a little bit more where you want him to go, okay? Really, really nice job. Young gentleman here, I think I'm going to bring you back too. I think you do a nice job. You kind of just get a little bit sleepy on me at the end here. Make sure you're paying attention. It's a long time to get it together, but make sure you're keeping those feet and legs together. And I think everybody else is doing a really, really nice job. Keep working at it. Keep working hard. We'll see a few of you guys back in here in just a second. Audience, please give them all a really big hand. They're doing very well.
Did you know Kent's Market has an app? And it's free. Just go to your app store and type in Kent's Market and it'll come right up. Downloading the Kent's Market app gives you access to digital coupons, weekly deals, and access to your Kent's Kickback account. As you can see, the app is easy to use and can help you save. Download it now and get exploring. We'll see you soon at Kent's.
If you are in need of financial assistance, call Dusty Roach at Lincoln Financial. He and his friendly staff have the expertise you'll need.
Miller Medical is ready to care for clients with full services for family medical. They also offer beauty and spa health treatments with hot stone and IV vitamin therapies, as well as Botox. Let Miller Medical take care of all your healthcare needs.
R&B Fencing Solutions has you covered for custom fencing, grazing, and livestock transportation. Give Rhett Munns a call today.
Rudd Funeral Home is there to serve your family in your time of need.
Rigby Chiropractic, promoting health and wellness locally with a personal touch.
Roach Ranches supports the people that support them and the fantastic youth of the Valley. Thank you for over 60 years in business, quality seed stocking, gravel, and hunting. Rock and Roll Construction Products, providing U-Cart concrete and landscaping products.
Once again, folks, time is running out to sign up for our open show. If you're 20 years old or older and would like to participate, come on down to the front table to get signed up. There's a $5 fee in order to do the open show, but there will be a buckle for the winner. So come on down if you'd like to sign up for that. We're going to do that right after the we're going to do that right after the Showmanship show here.
Man, guys, my fifth graders do an awesome job. You guys are super, super fun to just push and work and get you guys working out here with your lambs. I'm incredibly impressed with just a bunch of you guys out here today. Very, very deep set in this age division. Keep working at it. Keep working hard. You guys are once you move up to those intermediates, you're going to make that division even tougher. Really, really proud of all of you guys, okay? Keep working at it. Keep working hard. I'll just go show you the two that are my favorites out here today, because at this stage of the game, there's quite a few of you that are doing incredibly well, quite a few of you guys that are hard to catch and a mess up. So at this point, it's just kind of who is my style of showman. I like the one that is really intense at their face, somebody that's really effortless and quick with their movements, but still not rushed at all. Really, really nice job getting a consistent show out of your sheep from top to bottom. Congratulations to all of you fifth graders. Audience, give them a big hand. They're doing well. Sir, you're going to come back. Sir, you're going to come back. Great, great job to all these young people.
Rupp Trucking Excavating is a family-owned and operated construction business specializing in site prep and site utilities. Brothers Blaine and Brent Rupp have spent the last 45 years priding themselves on a project well done. What began small has turned into a company of over 70 employees and includes work such as demolition, sewer and water installation, earthwork, septic systems, and waste containers. Rupp's operates several gravel pits and offers both delivery and pickup. Contact Rupp's for your construction needs.
Schaefer Farms. We grow family, friends, and high-quality crops. Swing by the fielding location and pick up some delicious homegrown food today.
State Line Electric serving Utah and Idaho. Give them a call today.
And Phoebe Hansen.
All right, first seat of fourth graders, you guys are doing a nice job, okay? A couple of notes for everybody. Got to think about spacing, right? And spacing, I mean, make sure that when you're side by side like this, that there's enough room in between you and the sheep next to you so that when yours wiggles, or if the one next to you wiggles, doesn't bonk you out of place, okay? So keep enough space when you're on side by side, and then make sure you guys give yourself enough room when you're on the profile, okay? It's totally fine to keep a space like this big in front of the sheep in front of you, just to give yourself enough room to set up, or if the one behind you starts to run up into your butt, you can scooch up just a little bit, okay? So got to play defense a little bit that way. I saw some of us maybe just kind of looking around, like when we were stopping this way, you're kind of like, are we stopped yet? I don't know. It's okay to say, well, okay, we're slowing down. I'm going to stop, claim my spot right here, and get to work setting their feet and legs, okay? Totally fine to do that and not spend so much time looking, are we done? Are we not? I don't know. Be confident, claim your spot, start working on your feet and legs. Good job to everybody today. Keep working on that at home. Keep practicing. The more you work with your sheep, the easier it's going to get, and the better teammate you guys are going to be out here today, okay? Really good job to everybody. We're going to keep a few of us to come back here for our age division drive. Young lady out front, you're going to come back. You do a super job at getting that little weather shown. I like your confidence. I like your posture. I think you do really well at getting him put together. Make sure we stay out of these holes that are, especially if you go first, stay out of those holes on the front end because you got a little weather. We want to make sure that he doesn't look as little as he is. We're going to make him look as big as he could be. Okay, really nice job. Young gentleman in the cowboy hat, I'm going to bring you back, okay? You do a nice job at getting that big old long stretchy sheep put together. Sometimes our feet get a little bit out of whack, and they are right now, okay? Front foot's off, back foot's off. So just make sure we're paying attention to where those are at, and it can be hard when they're really long like that to get that done. But keep practicing. Young gentleman with the curly hair, you're going to come back too, okay? I think you do a nice job. You do a really good job at getting them put together. I think that sheep really likes to brace into you. He's come pushing you over ever so slightly, so be ready for him. It's okay if you need to set just a little bit lower to get a little bit better base, kind of, football defense, right? Kind of push into that sheep, because if he wants to brace, let him push back into him, okay? Good job with that. All right, we're going to keep this young gentleman here with the grouchy you, okay? She's being a wiggle worm. Sometimes that happens, right? But I think you do a really nice job at getting her presented today. Give yourself enough space when we're coming around the corner to kind of get moving and get out, because if she's going to be slow or kind of wiggle out of you, make sure you pull yourself back in line and keep calm, because you do a nice job, okay? Really good job. Awesome job. We're going to go ahead to and keep the young lady with the speckle weather, okay? I think you do really well. I think that sheep is really big and you're really small, so sometimes we pull that sheep just like we are now. We're pulling that sheep's head forward and down, so if you can, push that sheep's head back, so that, because he's tall sheep, so we got to make him stay a tall sheep, okay? So push that sheep's head and neck back and up so that he stays really tall. Everybody else is doing a really nice job. Please give everybody else a big round of applause. Everybody's doing well. Keep working hard. I'm proud of you guys.
We good? Howdy. All of us here at Stokes Trucking want to wish good luck to all the youth at the Box Elder County Fair Junior Livestock Show and Sale. Remember to thank your mom and dad when it's all over, and remember to thank your 4-H leaders and your FFA leaders as well. Speaking of thanks, let's all take just a second here and thank a truck driver, or be thankful for them. These good, honest, hard-working people literally bring us everything. Think about that. Thank you, and enjoy the fair.
Schooler, let's get growing. Your partner for grain and feed, merchandising, marketing, storage, and logistics.
Tanglewood Studios has something for everyone, whether it's dance, cheer, color guard, or gymnastics. There's even recreational all-boys gymnastics along with Mamma Me classes. Family rates are available, so come join the fun.
Reese Ann Williams, Rhett Fellens, Shelby Kimber, and Olivia Clark.
All right, as we get our next group of kids out here, I think all you guys are doing a really, really nice job. We're going to go ahead and pull a few from this group to go ahead and bring back into our next heat. And I think each one of you guys are doing really, really nice, okay? So I think a couple of notes for everybody, right? Sometimes the sheep in front of you just has no gas, right? And you're like, well, what do I do? Now I'm trapped behind this sheep. If they give them a couple seconds, if they can't quite get it to go, maybe try one sheep around in front of them. Maybe they'll follow, okay? Just something that I think is okay to do, or just try your best to kind of work around that, okay? And sometimes, too, they're either no-go or they're all-go. Sometimes we saw a lot of sheep just jumping out here today. I appreciate how patient you guys are being, even if your sheep is being total butthead out here, or if your sheep got away from you, I appreciate that you guys kept it together. You guys kept your patience. You guys went back to work right away. Those of us that are having jumpy sheep or silly runaway sheep, really, really good job at staying patient. I was not as patient with my animals as you guys are with yours today. I very much admire that. Keep working at that. That's definitely a value that is really good to have. Okay, a couple of us need to work on making sure our feet and legs look good out here today, okay? So some of us are pretty stretched out, or some of our front feet are going like this, or some of our back feet are going like this. Keep an eye on where your feet are at. Keep an eye on what you're doing there. Oftentimes, if your sheep is kind of doing one of these and looking like they were wearing a saddle for all their life, they're probably too far stretched out, okay? So keep an eye on what they're doing there. Have somebody help you at home. Have somebody practice and say, okay, that foot looks good there, that foot looks good there, or nope, too far stretched out there. Have somebody help you, tell you what to do. Or if you get one of those big old long mirrors from Walmart, you can do that and set it up in the barn and practice that way too if you don't have a ton of help all the time when you want to be working with your lamp. So really good job. Keep working at it. I'm proud of you guys for taking lessons and taking instruction and taking criticism out here today. You guys are doing very well. Sir, we're going to go ahead and keep you and bring you back. I think you do a very nice job at getting that dude presented. He's being kind of a butthead. We'll give you one more shot to prove that you got it. All right, sir, we're going to bring you back here for a second. You're doing a very nice job. I like your intensity, I like your eye contact from the get-go. You do really, really well with that. Sometimes we're not quite as Johnny on the spot with making sure our feet and legs are where they need to be, so make sure to keep checking on him, okay? Young lady with the bow, we're going to bring you back in just a minute. You do a really nice job. I like your posture. I like your intensity. I think you do a good job at getting him set. I like that you give me a good hard brace on that dude. I think we just get a little bit too off in terms of our spacing sometimes. Got a little close to that sheep in front of us in line over here today, so just pay attention. Give yourself enough room. Young lady, I'm going to bring you back too, okay? I think you do a nice job at getting that dude set up and presented. We maybe get his head cranked around a little bit too far to the side for me sometimes, so make sure that whenever you actually put this hand under his jaw, then sometimes that is when you start pulling him, okay? So I like it when you have your hand like this and the other hand on the other side, and you kind of pull around in the front like that, because that's going to help you make sure that you're paying attention to keeping that spine all in line. Does that make sense? Okay, really nice job. We're going to go ahead and keep this young gentleman right here, because I think you do a nice job at getting that dude set up, propped up. That's a chunky sheep. It is hard to make chunky sheep touch hard, and you got a good hard brace out of him. I really, really appreciate that. We got a little bit bammed up in our traffic back here, so keep it together. If I didn't pull you guys, it's because feet and legs need to be worked on at home, okay? Really, really good job to all of you guys. I'm very proud of you guys. Keep working hard. Come back and do it better next year. Give them all a nice big hand, okay?
Tree Mountain City, creating a safe and welcoming community where neighbors feel connected to each other and enjoy life.
On behalf of Utah Seed, congratulations to all who participated in the Box Elder County Fair Junior Livestock Auction. Well done. We also want to thank the families, 4-H clubs, farmers, and ranchers who supported these participants in preparing this year's entries. All of us, farmers, ranchers, and Utah Seed are involved in feeding America. Whether you need alfalfa, seed, dryland pasture, cover crops, or 3-way grain mixes, we are here to help with the right products and right information for your needs.
For 20 years, Valley View Granite has offered our local community the best quality and service for their home countertops. With the addition of Marble Ventures in Ogden, Utah, our team is now able to offer the same reliable and dependable service for their showers, tub surrounds, and more. With locations from Sandy to Idaho Falls, we offer the best value without sacrificing quality for your build or remodel. Come in and see us today. Valley View Granite, enhancing places people gather.
Whether you are purchasing a car, buying a home, managing an investment property, starting a small business, or leaving behind a legacy, American Family Insurance will help you protect your dream.
If you're a lamb showman and you've finished your show and you have not made your way down to the table by the south end of the ring, please come and do so. We've got some prizes for you. If you're a lamb showman that has finished your show, everybody gets a prize. Come on down.
All right, much like our fifth graders, I'm incredibly proud of the fourth graders out here today. You guys are doing very, very well at getting your animals shown. It is a lot of work to get this done when you're small and they weigh more than you, and it is even more work when they are not cooperating. And I am very, very proud of each one of you guys for the efforts that you guys have done out here today. I'm somebody that likes to give all the kids every opportunity to be successful possible. So if you notice me kind of going slow around the front end of them, I just want to see how they work and how they use that. If you notice me kind of taking a second if a sheep moves for a kid to fix it, I want them to be successful. I want you guys to be able to show off your skills the best way you can. So keep working at it, keep working hard, keep being patient with your animals because they're animals who can't understand our what things we tell them or the things we want them to do as best as we would like them to. But I think that there are a really, really talented group of young people. You guys should be very proud proud of how hard you guys have worked in your efforts out here today, okay? For me, there are two showmen that I think just kind of set themselves apart as just being really, really savvy. I like their eye contact. I like their posture. I like how really persistent they are at getting the feet and legs where they exactly want them to be. They're going to come back for our age division drive. Young lady on the end and the young gentleman with the blue weather. Really nice job. Give them all a big hand. They're doing very well.
Bear River Animal Hospital takes care of small and large animals, providing pediatric care all the way up to senior pets. They deliver high-quality, customized vet services with their dedicated team. Services include exams, vaccinations, surgeries, dentistry, fully equipped laboratory and pharmacy, along with x-ray and ultrasound. Many of these same services can be conveniently provided on the farm. Bear River Animal Hospital is filled with highly trained animal lovers who will provide the best care for the animals in your life.
Big J Milling has high-quality wheat flours for the baking industry. They specialize in providing top-grade flour for commercial bakeries, bakery and restaurant distributors, as well as home bakers.
Boz Towing and Diesel Roadside. From our full-service shop, fast ETA road service, fleet service, or heavy-duty towing, we have you covered. Located in Corinne and Evanston.
Central Milling is personally invested in the quality of their products and their relationships with customers and suppliers. They are also a proud supporter of high school sports.
Buckle sponsors. Our sponsor for the Junior Showmanship Grand Champion Buckle is EMP Farms and EJ and Marley Pali. Our Junior Showmanship Reserve Champion Buckle sponsor is Alan and Sherry Williams. We really can't do this without them. Let's go ahead and give our sponsors a big round of applause.
Well, I tell you what, this is just as fun as the intermediates to sort. I sort of spoke too soon and saying the intermediates were the most fun because you guys are doing a really, really good job. I'm very proud of you guys. All the juniors that came out in this ring today, very proud of how hard they've worked, how much they've listened, how much they've learned from our Market Lamb show earlier and just watching the earlier shows today and watching the big kids and getting on down to their heats. I'm very, very proud of all you guys and your efforts and how hard you guys are working today. Super, super talented bunch of kids out in front here. I am just incredibly proud of all of you guys. A really, really nice job. I think when it comes down to it, there's a couple that, you know, when, again, just like in the intermediate division, when you guys are this good and it's hard to make you guys mess up, and I get to go out and just pick my favorites out here today. And again, just my opinion, so please don't take it to heart. Please know that I think you guys are all very, very good, and I'm very, very proud of the efforts that you guys have done out here today. Audience, give our juniors a big hand. They're doing very, very nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, your junior champion, Witten Williams. And your junior reserve champion, Knox Dallin.
Central Milling is personally invested in the quality of their products and their relationships with customers and suppliers. They are also a proud supporter of high school sports.
Use Elison Trucking for all your trucking needs. They are big enough to serve, small enough to care. Elison Trucking in Tremonton is a proud supporter of the Box Elder County Fair.
Let me be free. Let me be free. Let me be free.
Time's really running out for our open show sign up. If you're 20 years old or older and would like to participate in the open show directly after our showmanship today, come on down to the front table. There's a $5 fee in order to participate. There is a buckle for the winner of the open show, so you're running out of time. Come on down and get signed up.
All right, we got our first group of third graders out here. You guys are doing very, very nice. I am very proud of all you guys. You guys are giving me lots of good eye contact. You look like you're confident when you come out here. You're like, hey, I'm here. Job. I know how to show my sheep. I like that. That's really, really good, okay? I think that everybody's doing a pretty good job at getting feet and legs set up on your sheep for the most part, okay? Make sure we pay attention the whole time. Couple of things I want everybody to work on, okay? Think about your spacing, right? So the sheep in front of you, if they're starting to slow down or somebody looks like they're starting to slow down, stop, give yourself some good space so that just in case the sheep behind you scooches up or your sheep wiggles around, then that'll make sure that you got some space to scooch up just a little bit, okay? Same thing when we're over here, okay? We've got to make sure that we give ourselves enough space. And a second thing I want everybody to kind of work on is we got to make sure we're all in line, right? So when we're on the side view like this, that we all are in a straight line, because when you're not in a straight line, then you're the one that's out of line, then that makes you a little bit more, stick out a little bit more, right? So if you stick out a little bit more, then I'm probably going to look at you a little bit more. And if I look at you a little bit more, then you got to make sure you're Johnny on the spot the entire time, okay? So one thing we got to do is make sure we're in line with everybody so that we don't stick out and have to make ourselves do that much more work, okay? Same thing when we're over here. We got to be in line, right? Everybody not be too far up from everybody else, not be too far back from everybody else, and that we keep our lambs straight in line, right? So two things that I want everybody to work on, because you guys are doing really good with the feet and legs part, okay? Really, really good job to everybody. We're going to keep a few of us to come back here for our final, okay? So young gentlemen out front, I'm going to keep you. You're going to come back, okay? I think you do a nice job of getting that old boy set up and put together. Sometimes our back legs were a little bit cattywampus there. Keep that in line. And I think you got enough skill out here. Pull those ears up. It looks a little bit neater when you can get them. Whoo, and look, see? Just makes you look fancy out here, okay? Nice job. Gentlemen in second, we're going to bring you back because I think you do a really nice job, okay? I like your intensity. I like that you're serious. I like that you take this like it's something you're going to got work to do. I think you do a nice job at getting that little ewe lamb's feet and legs set up. Sometimes, like right now, we kind of pull her head a little bit too far towards us, okay? We're going to try and have that neck be set back just a little further. That looks so much better already. Really nice job. Keep working on that because that is going to make her look like she's taller and like she's bigger and stouter, right? Because when we pull her back, then somehow, when we pull them like this, it makes them look longer and skinnier, and we don't want that, right? Really, really nice job. Young gentleman here in third, we're going to bring you back too, because I think you do a really good job at getting that big weather set up. I think that's tough when they are really long like that to get them all set up. I like how you set the feet and legs. I like how you keep that head and neck together. Just be a little bit more Johnny on the spot with making sure your spacing is right, because we're a little bit close to that sheep in front of us, and then when we're over here, we're a little bit close together. So keep your spacing together. Very, very nice job. Young lady with the pink and braids in your hair, you're going to come back too. I think you do a really nice job at getting her presented. Sometimes we get a little bit stretched out. You fixed it over here when you were stretched out, but you left it for a little longer than I wanted you to. So she was a little stretched out, and then our front feet are a little bit cattywampus right now. So we're a little bit crooked. So make sure we pay attention to where we're at and get a little bit faster at fixing her when she wiggles around for you, okay? Really, really nice job. And we're going to keep this young gentleman right here. I think you do a nice job too, sir, okay? I think you do a good job at keeping your spacing together. We get a little bit far from the one in front of us when we were in line over here earlier, because then also that's another thing that makes me say, why is there a big gap there? And then I'm looking at you, and you got to be like Johnny on the spot when I'm looking at you more, right? So we got to make sure that we give ourselves every opportunity to be just the best we can be, and then I think you rely a little bit on pulling that sheep's head and neck around and kind of picking him up to do that. Use your body to kind of shove those back feet back. You can use your pelvis, your legs to kind of push on his chest a little bit rather than have to pick him up and then push him back, because that's just a lot more work, right? Good job. Everybody else is doing a very, very nice job. Audience, please give them all a really big hand. They're doing very well.
me be free. Let me be free. Let me be free.
There's a lot to know when it comes to buying insurance. That's why it's important to have an independent agent looking out for you and your family. Whatever you're looking to protect, Advanced Insurance Services can help. Let Sherry Pally help make sure you have the right coverage and are getting all the discounts you deserve. She can shop several carriers to find the company that is right for you. Call for a free insurance review today.
With over 60 years of experience and personalized service, Guild Mortgage is your key to home ownership in Box Elder County and beyond. Friends and neighbors you know and trust. Trudy, Chris, Julie, Shannon, Rollin, Tara, Brittany, Andy, Chelsea. Stop by or give us a call today. Guild Mortgage, own what matters.
The grill has a wide variety of homemade appetizers. Can't decide what to get? Then build an appetizer combo. No matter what you're craving, the grill has something for everyone.
Anybody interested in the open show, you have about 5 minutes until registration closes. Again, you must be 20 years old or older. There's a $5 fee in order to participate. Come on down to the end tables. You've got about 5 minutes before we close registration for that. If you are in the open show, you need to be here at the south end of the show ring ready to go with your lamb. We're going to be rolling right into it directly after our novice drive. Please make sure that you are here on the south end ready to go.
All right, our second group of third graders is doing just as good a job as the last one. Really, really proud of you guys for how you guys are doing out here today, okay? Couple of things that I want everybody to work on. Kind of just like in our last group, we got to work on making sure that we're always in line, okay? So that we got us and we're not kittywampus either which way, that our sheep are straight in line when we're on the profile, okay? And then when we're over here, that we got our sheep in line with everybody else. We're not too far forward from everybody else. We're not too far back from everybody else. We got to make sure that we're always in line and that we got good space available, okay? Because whenever we get out of line, then that just makes me look at you because you're different than everybody else. And if I'm looking at you most of the time, then you better be really, really on your game most of the time, and that is tough to do. So we got to make sure we're in line. We're not drawing too much attention to ourselves in a bad way like that, okay? So good job there. And then we got to work on our spacing, okay? So make sure we're not too close to the sheep in front of us or too close to the sheep behind us, and that we're not leaving too much space in front of the sheep in front of us, so we make sure that our spacing is real good, okay? Even with everybody, leave you enough space to be able to work, but make sure that we're not leaving too much space so that it is another awkward thing that I'm gonna look at, okay? So really good job to everybody. Keep working with your sheep. Some of them are being kind of ornery, and that's okay. That happens sometimes. Just keep practicing. You guys are doing really good job. We're gonna go ahead and keep the young gentleman right here. You're doing a really nice job. I appreciate that when you came in, you knew exactly what you were supposed to do. You were on the butt view. You're like, hey, this is what we're supposed to be doing. You set up. You got it ready to rock and roll. You do a nice job at getting that big old U shown because she's really long and stretchy, right? Hard to reach those back feet. I think you do a good job with that. Make sure your front feet stay square because we're a little bit kitty corner right now, okay? So keep an eye on those. Young man, we're going to go ahead and bring you back too because I think you do a super job at getting that weather propped up, okay? One thing I want you to work on for me, there's a big space in between you, and there was a big space over here. So try and kind of keep a little bit more consistent with your space, okay? Good job. Young man, we're going to bring you back too, okay? I think you do a nice job at getting that big old pushy sheep pushed around, okay? We get a little bit too far stretched out, and she is right now for me today, okay? So we get her not so far stretched out. That'll help her look not so long and skinny and make her look shorter and stouter, right? We like stouter, right? Very good job. Young lady, you're going to go ahead and come back too. I think you do a really nice job setting feet and legs up on that weather. We're kind of pulling that neck towards us a little bit. We want to push that neck back, right? So whole head and neck, just kind of rock your body forward and push that whole head and neck so that that neck makes a straight line like this with the back. Does that make sense? So it's even better there, but you could go a little bit further back even. So really nice job there, okay? And we're going to keep the young man right here with this speckle weather, okay? Really good job. I like your intensity. I like your posture. We forget a little bit about our back, feet, and legs sometimes, so make sure those are square, okay? Good job there. You're like, I know, man. They're hard to reach. Oh, well, it's okay. Sometimes use your body to kind of push. He's kind of being a little sleepy right now, so wake him up. Say, hey, sheep, kind of time to work. All right? Good job. Everybody else is doing a really good job. Audience, please give them all a big hand. We'll see those few back in just a second.
King Farms Trucking provides excellent service to their customers as well as their drivers with maximum pay. With home time and year-round consistency, join their team today.
Did you know Kent's Market has an app? And it's free. Just go to your app store and type in Kent's Market and it'll come right up. Downloading the Kent's Market app gives you access to digital coupons, weekly deals, and access to your Kent's Kickback account. As you can see, the app is easy to use and can help you save. Download it now and get exploring. We'll see you soon at Kent's.
If you are in need of financial assistance, call Dusty Roach at Lincoln Financial. He and his friendly staff have the expertise you'll need.
Miller Medical is ready to care for clients with full services for family medical. They also offer beauty and spa health treatments with hot stone and IV vitamin therapies, as well as Botox. Let Miller Medical take care of all your healthcare needs.
R&B Fencing Solutions has you covered for custom fencing, grazing, and livestock transportation. Give Rhett Munns a call today.
Rudd Funeral Home is a locally owned family-operated business. Joe Rudd and his family, as well as their devoted staff, are committed to providing you with the best service possible during a difficult time. Their beautiful facilities have all the necessary amenities. A large viewing room can also double as a smaller, more intimate funeral chapel. The chapel is even equipped with streaming capabilities to make sure family and friends are connected no matter how far they may be. Rudd Funeral Home is there to help you in your time of need.
Carson Hunt, Riggs Blackner, Russell Holdaway, Wesley Quapis, Tinley Overman, Easton Lund, Elliot Hess, Emma Christensen, and Jason Deacon, and Hazen Tanner. If you're enrolled in the open show, we need you to come down to the south end of the ring. We're going to be jumping right into the open show directly after this drive. Please come on down, make sure that you have your lamb, you're ready to go.
All right, really good bunch of novice showmen out here today. I think you guys are doing awesome. I don't know how we ended up with mostly dudes out here, but ladies, you still are giving them a run for their money. Really nice job to everybody. I think you guys have obviously spent a lot of time working on this at home, and there's a lot of hours that go into you guys being as good as you are. I appreciate your guys' practice. Keep telling your families to help you keep practicing because you guys are doing really good, and you're going to give those kids coming up here a run for their money next year. Very nice job. When it comes down to it, I think that there are two showmen that are just maybe a tick quicker, a little bit more savvy, do a really good job with their posture out here today, and still keep their feet and legs together. Very nice job. We'll get you a champion and reserve audience. Give all these novice exhibitors your love.
Rudd Funeral Home is a locally owned family-operated business. Joe Rudd and his family, as well as their devoted staff, are committed to providing you with the best service possible during a difficult time. Their beautiful facilities have all the necessary amenities. A large viewing room can also double as a smaller, more intimate funeral chapel. The chapel is even equipped with streaming capabilities to make sure family and friends are connected no matter how far they may be. Rudd Funeral Home is there to help you in your time of need.
Rigby Chiropractic, promoting health and wellness locally with a personal touch.
Roach Ranches supports the people that support them and the fantastic youth of the Valley. Thank you for over 60 years in business, quality seed stocking, gravel, and hunting. Rock and Roll Construction Products, providing U-Cart concrete and landscaping products.
Rupp Trucking Excavating is a family-owned and operated construction business specializing in site prep and site utilities. Brothers Blaine and Brent Rupp have spent the last 45 years priding themselves on a project well done. What began small has turned into a company of over 70 employees and includes work such as demolition, sewer and water installation, earthwork, septic systems, and waste containers. Rupp's operates several gravel pits and offers both delivery and pickup. Contact Rupp's for your construction needs.
Schaefer Farms, we grow family, friends, and high-quality crops. Swing by the fielding location and pick up some delicious homegrown food today.
State Line Electric, serving Utah and Idaho. Give them a call today.
We good? Howdy. All of us here at Stokes Trucking want to wish good luck to all the youth at the Box Elder County Fair Junior Livestock Show and Sale. Remember to thank your mom and dad when it's all over, and remember to thank your 4-H leaders and your FFA leaders as well. Speaking of thanks, let's all take just a second here and thank a truck driver, or be thankful for them. These good, honest, hard-working people literally bring us everything. Think about that. Thank you, and enjoy the fair.
Schooler, let's get growing. Your partner for grain and feed, merchandising, marketing, storage, and logistics.
Tanglewood Studios has something for everyone, whether it's dance, cheer, color guard, or gymnastics. There's even recreational all-boys gymnastics along with Mamma Me classes. Family rates are available, so come join the fun. From its earliest days, Tremont has been a family-centered city, but it is much more than a great place to live. It is also one of Utah's most progressive cities and the economic hub of northern Box Elder County.
On behalf of Utah Seed, congratulations to all who participate in the Box Elder County Fair Junior Livestock Auction. Well done! We also want to thank the families, 4-H clubs, farmers, and ranchers who supported these participants in preparing this year's entries. All of us, farmers, ranchers, and Utah Seed are involved in Feeding America. Whether you need alfalfa, seed, dryland pasture, cover crops, or three-way grain mixes, we are here to help with the right products and right information for your needs.
For 20 years, Valley View Granite has offered our local community the best quality and service for their home countertops. With the addition of Marble Ventures in Ogden, Utah, our team is now able to offer the same reliable and dependable service for their showers, tub surrounds, and more. With locations from Sandy to Idaho Falls, we offer the best value without sacrificing quality for your build or remodel. Come in and see us today. Valley View Granite, enhancing places people gather.
Today we come together to honor a pillar of our community, Jan Rhodes. For many years, Jan has been the heart and soul of our fairgrounds, managing them with a commitment that has made them a central gathering place for all of us. This week, as our fair was in full swing, tragedy struck. Jan lost her home in a devastating fire. In a time of celebration, she faced a profound and personal loss, and now we have the chance to come together and support her as she has supported us for so long. Jan's contributions to our community are immeasurable, and it is now our turn to show her the same loyalty and care she has always shown to us. Let us rally together to provide the support and comfort she needs during this difficult time. Your help can make a significant difference in her life, just as she has made in ours. Visit www.bejlauction.com to donate. 100% of these proceeds will benefit her directly.
All right, how many of you exhibitors are ringside? Cheer if you're an exhibitor. Woohoo! How many of these people out here get grouchy at you guys in the barn at home? Oh my goodness. I think we need some exhibitor input on who's going to be our champion out here today. So when I come by, you guys cheer loud for your favorite showman out here, okay? All right? Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite, guys? Oh, okay. We're feeling some love over here. Oh my goodness. Awesome. Oh my goodness. Super, super job. How many of you exhibitors think we should make these adults all take a lap around here? Right on. Okay, let's take a lap, grown-ups. You know, I think exhibitors, it might be helpful if you guys are coaching from the sidelines. So if the louder you guys coach and the more help you guys give them, then maybe they'll do better, right? Kind of get after it. All right, exhibitors. I hear a lot of keep enough space. Are they doing a good job with that? No, oh no. I hear a lot of keep your head up, eyes on the judge. Are they doing a good job with that? No, yes, maybe some of us. All right, one more time, exhibitors. Who needs to win this? Everybody's saving their applause. Oh, this is a loud section over here. Awesome. Awesome. Super good job, exhibitors. I think we have a clear winner. When we come around here, somebody's doing a great job. Audience, please go wild. We're going to go slap your champion. All right, for reserve, I think we have somebody else that had the loudest applause. Audience, loud, get loud. Go, exhibitors. Our loudest applause was over here. Woohoo! Good job, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your champion, Jake Udy. Let's get nice and loud for your reserve champion, Randy Smith.
Today we come together to honor a pillar of our community, Jan Rhodes. For many years, Jan has been the heart and soul of our fairgrounds, managing them with a commitment that has made them a central gathering place for all of us. This week, as our fair was in full swing, tragedy struck. Jan lost her home in a devastating fire. In a time of celebration, she faced a profound and personal loss, and now we have the chance to come together and support her as she has supported us for so long. Jan's contributions to our community are immeasurable, and it is now our turn to show her the same loyalty and care she has always shown to us. Let us rally together to provide the support and comfort she needs during this difficult time. Your help can make a significant difference in her life, just as she has made in ours. Visit www.bejlauction.com to donate. 100% of these proceeds will benefit her directly.